Ruth McCracken and Trissetta Washington, two top-notch career and business strategists, are here to help you defy standards and break boundaries. Join them as they share powerful insights that have already impacted thousands of people and will have a major impact on your career, life balance, and business.
Great day, great day. Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing today?
I am doing a lot better considering the circumstances, but all is well. I'm excited to be part of the Breaking Boundaries series. We're now tapping over here on episode 35. Really excited. We're still holding on to what ways we can drive our minds and being able to move in a way that we want to disrupt our day-to-day living and doing something different. So if you all are chiming in for the first time, come on in. Really excited that you all are here. Don't forget, we definitely want you all to go ahead and share and like, because you all are about to be in a treat. And if you're coming in for the first time and you're probably wondering, who are these amazing light beings that are up in your news feed? If you're watching live, if you're maybe in any of our streams, I'm going to let you all know that you are definitely, you don't want to miss out. Go ahead and grab a pen and paper, grab your favorite beverage, because our topic today is going to be from burnout to bliss. And this is the part one, this is the part that I know you all have been talking about, because I've been hearing from you all and getting into our inboxes, being able to just share your stories in the news, in social media. I hear you and I see you, and just stay tuned. You do not want to miss this. You may even want to go back and hit the replay. But for those who are just coming in, if you're coming in for the first time, I'm Ruth, and high performers come to us because in their career, because not only they're wanting to get from being unrecognized to recognized, to being able to standing out as superstars and what they truly are really great in when it comes to their career. They also want to be able to find out what ways to brand and market themselves and promote yourself in a way that has them magnetizing those premium companies their way effortlessly with using our signature program, Promote Yourself. Collectively, we have almost 5 decades of as certified recruitment and talent management experience. And if you are the one that's saying, Ruth, I want to promote myself, I'm looking for ways to elevate in my career, I want to ditch the ladder and go into the elevator, then this is for you. Go ahead, and I want you to watch our free masterclass, joinpromoteyourself.us, just the way it sounds, joinpromoteyourself.us. And you can also comment below, let us know how we can see if we could be a fit on how we can move that needle forward so that you can elevate in your career. Yes?
And I am Coach Trissetta, CEO and founder of Profitable Productivity. And what we do is partner with executive women and entrepreneurs to help them have it all without sacrificing the things that matter most to them. It's what I like to call balanced ambition. So if you are on the cusp of burnout or are feeling stressed out, burned out, overwhelmed, all the things, then I want to talk to you. Just head over to chatwithtrissetta.com, hop on my calendar, and we can have a conversation to figure out how you can prioritize you so that you can be successful in life and in business. I look forward to chatting with you.
Awesome. So I think we could just jump right on in. What is the topic for today? Well, I'm glad you all asked. We're wanting to go ahead and unfold from burnout to bliss. The topic we're going to dive in even more deeper on is the power of mindset, incorporating, guess what? Because I know some of you all probably think, are you serious, Ruth? Are you wanting us to do this? Well, if you're wanting to live for another 50, 60 healthier lives and years, then you may want to go ahead and pay close attention to incorporating exercise into your busy schedule. Yes. And today we're starting a new series that's going to basically help you enter into this journey on what ways to transforming burnout into a state of bliss and well-being. Like for me, I trust me, it makes me disheartening and disgusting sometimes when I'm in my bed and the alarm is waking me up and I'm looking back and saying, oh my gosh, I got to go to the gym. But I then remind myself as to why I want to go ahead and get that momentum driving and as to what's the reason why I want to go to the gym. That's just one part of it. Over the next few weeks, we're going to explore various topics on how to address these challenges that you all are facing as high performers. Join us as we basically uncover practical strategies with myself and Trisetta and insights to help you navigate demands of your hectic schedule, yes, and cultivate a full fulfilling balance in not only in your business and your career, but also in your life, right? So in each episode, we're going to basically kind of walk you through different ways to go through your well-being and resilience, offering you valuable tools and start to inspire you, get you from being that stuck self sabotage to start thriving. And what is better? What is next? You won't know until you open that door and seeing what's on the other side. So for now, let's go ahead, and before we even get started, I want you to go ahead and, like I said before, I want you to join us as we continue to explore this burnout to bliss. Together, we will uncover some of the things that you probably not even aware of, but you're giving yourself the opportunity now to sustain not only success, but also your well-being, your personal fulfillment.
Yeah.
So get ready, right? Tristan, we are super excited. What else can we
Yes.
say when we want to help them when it comes to embracing their life in balance and resilience and joy?
Well, before we start diving in, because this is my sexy talk. I love talking about life balance and well-being and resilience and all of
Yes,
that.
yes.
But before we get into that, we gotta tell them, we gotta drop the tea. We gotta drop the tea. We have an exciting announcement to make. I wish I had like a drum roll sound effect or something that I could.
We gotta put some kind of sound effect because I think that matters.
Right.
I agree.
But, the Breaking Boundaries podcast is now officially available on YouTube. Yes. So we've gone through and added all of the past episodes of the podcast to the channel, and moving forward, we're going to be streaming each week on YouTube as well. So not only here on LinkedIn, but we are live on YouTube right now. So head on over to YouTube after you're done watching this. Head on over to YouTube, catch all the inspiring conversations and engaging content as we continue to break boundaries together. Don't forget, hit that subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you stay up to date with all of the latest episodes. Now, let's go ahead and dive into today's topic, which is the power of mindful movement and which is all about incorporating exercise into your, yes, I know, already busy schedule.
Yes, yes, and yes. And we understand the challenges because we are facing the same type of incidents when it comes to our work life schedule as well. You face, as high performers and professionals as we are as well, where time we feel like luxury and self-care often takes a back seat. Why is that? But fear not, we're going to help you all and also help ourselves equip with practical strategies to integrate into your daily routine in a mindful and sustainable way. Who's ready? Let us know in the comments.
I'm ready.
Some fires. Let us light up the comments and saying, you know what, Ruth, you and Trisetta, you all are up to something, because we want you to be able to explore a transformative benefit of movement. We'll discover how exercise is not just a physical fitness, right? It's also but a profound act of self-care, rejuvenation, not with just the body, but also with the mind. It's about connecting with your body, calming your mind, and recharging what? Your spirit. Yes. We will share invaluable insights on starting small, setting realistic goals, and overcoming some of the mental barriers to make exercise a non-negotiable part of your busy schedule. Like I told myself, I was laying in my bed. Sometimes I try to talk myself. I was like, Ruth, are you serious? This is something that you're wanting to look good, feel good. Not only that, you want to see your future grandkids walk through the stage. In order to do so, I want to be healthy. I want to be feeling good. I want to feel great spiritually as well. So we'll explore mindful walking, jogging, yoga, yes, and other forms of movement that blend physical activity with present moment awareness, right?
I'm ready.
So let's get ready to unleash the power. Who's ready to unleash the power of mindful movement and discover how we can revitalize your energy, enhance your focus, and bring a renewed sense of balance to your life. Like Trisetta said, because she talks about it really heavily in her platform when it comes to that balance ambitions and being more productive. But now we want to balance and bring that ambitions when it comes to our well-being, our self-care,
Absolutely.
and our exercising, right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely. You know, as a productivity and life balance coach, I typically work with clients who have extraordinarily jam-packed schedules, right? So when it comes to adding in exercise to their schedule, there's all kinds of different challenges that busy professionals like yourselves can often face. And the number one
yeah.
challenge is there's just not the time, right?
Yeah.
You're
Oh my,
if your schedule's already stretched to the gills, finding even 15 minutes to do some exercise can
yeah.
be quite a challenge for you.
Yeah.
Also, you can end up, because you're so busy, you're doing all these different things, you might not have the energy
Oh,
when
come
it
through.
comes time to actually, when it comes time to actually do the exercise. You don't
Yes.
have the energy, or you just don't have the motivation because you have used up all of your willpower throughout the day, and you're just like, I just don't want to do it, and ultimately decide not to. And then
Yeah.
the next next most common is there's just kind of this mental resistance
Yeah.
to
Oh
actually
my gosh.
making it a priority, right? So
Yes.
exercise, while we know it's good for us,
Yeah.
it can be a little painful.
I mean, it is. It's very daunting. Nobody want to wake up every morning or after work, especially after work, after you've gone through a very hefty schedule, and then now you have to think about yourself. And
Right.
yeah,
It's like it can be, look, it can be a little painful. And I just experienced that because I stopped. I had this contract that kind of prevented me from, well, it did. I use that as an excuse, right? But I used to walk 2 miles every single morning. And then when I took on this contract with the Department of Education, because of my schedule, it was a lot more challenging for me to walk in the morning because of when I needed to be available for them. And I just started back because that contract has ended. I was like, yes, I can get back to walking. But baby, my legs and my shins, my shins, my hams, my glutes, all of
oh yeah,
that is like, man, what are we doing?
yeah,
Right. So, sometimes because we know that it's gonna hurt,
yeah.
right? It's gonna be uncomfortable. It might even be a little painful. So we might have that mental resistance there because we're like, I don't want to go through that part of it. And when it comes to actually incorporating exercise into your schedule, it's important for you to reframe your perspective
Yeah.
on exercise as just kind of like this health conscious thing or something that I should be doing,
Yeah.
and shift your focus into identifying it as an act of self care.
Yes.
Right, because by taking care of you, by doing the exercise, like Ruth was talking at the a little while ago about wanting to be present for kids' graduations and all these different life events. We only get one body. There's no like
Just
with
one.
our cars, we can go get new parts, we can go trade in our car and get a new car, but we get one body. We cannot go trade in our body for a new one. So we have to take care of the one that we have so that we can be present for all the things that we desire to. And if you just kind of reframe
Yeah.
exercise as just kind of like this thing that my doctor wants me to do, as something that you're doing to take care of you and be present for the people who are most important to you, whether that's family, friends, clients, whatever, whoever those people are, that can help you to be able to show up in the way that you need to. And by incorporating mindful movement
Yes.
into your schedule, you not only bring the physical benefits, but you bring the mental benefits as well, right?
Let's pause there because I think a lot of people when they hear mindfulness, because I know it's still kind of new and it's a word that people are embracing, and I feel the nudge to explore what are we describing here when we're saying mindful movement practices. What does that look like? What does that mean? right?
Yeah. Well, for me personally, some people do yoga, right? Because you have to be, it's about kind of getting into flow and zen. It's releasing your thoughts and really being focused on being present, being present in the body, right? Because of the specific movements, it's really difficult to think about other things when you are having to focus on getting into the appropriate position and holding that. For
Yes.
me, I do, just like I was talking about walking, I take mindfulness with me when I walk. So instead of just walking and thinking about all the things that I need to do for the day,
Yeah.
or replaying conversations, because I am a recovering overthinker, right? Rather than replaying conversations in my head or think about, oh, I forgot to do this or that. I'm very intentional about feeding my mind the things that I desire to manifest in my life.
Oh my
Right.
goodness.
So some mornings I might be praying. I might be very intentional about, I'm praying throughout my walk. Some mornings I might be listening to songs that are affirming. I have a
Yes.
whole playlist of songs that have words of affirmation, or either are songs of affirmation that I listen to
Like
kind
that.
of help to kind of program my mind. Or it may just simply be enjoying nature because I walk outside, right? So looking around
Absolutely.
and not getting caught up in all the different things that are happening, that need to happen, but being present in the moment, noticing
Being
the
present.
wildlife, right? Noticing
Yes.
the birds, the squirrels, the lizards, the acknowledging the people who are around me. Like, is there a breeze? Right.
Yes.
All of that, just being very focused on what is happening in the world around me in the moment, as
I like
opposed to just allowing my mind to wander.
And that's a challenge for a lot of folks, especially those who have
Absolutely.
a busy schedule. You're a working mom, a working dad, and if you may have a blended family like many of us, and then on top of that, you're having to put you first. You're putting you first and being able to work on some of these practices on an ongoing basis, not just once a week
Right.
or, every blue moon, and then find yourself right back to the loophole of wondering, is my body intact? Am I
Mhm.
focusing on certain areas of my health, my nutrition? And we'll talk about that. But I also want us to be more creative on what ways can we incorporate exercising into our busy schedules. Trisetta said it best, adding some of the mindfulness tactics where we go in and we start to maybe pray or do some jogging. What is your schedule look like? It has to be suitable for you.
Right.
Maybe the stairs instead of the elevator. If you're maybe working in a building or in an office setting or what have you, maybe park farther away when you
Mhm.
go grocery shopping, right? For example, if I may be going to the gym, I'm going to be the first to admit I park right in front of the building, but maybe I give myself permission. It's a huge parking lot, and maybe park a few step, maybe 50 to 100 or 200 steps away. Doesn't matter, but giving yourself the mobility of doing more motion and more activities.
Right.
If that's going to help break some of these bad habits that we talked about, you may want to go back into some of the our prior episodes. But for the sake of our topic today, these are ways to quickly inform some sort of activity, some day-to-day hacks. I don't want to call them hacks, but giving yourself the grace to just start moving in the direction of quick exercise, whether it be
Yeah.
2 minutes, 5 minutes throughout the day, maybe doing a bio break. If you're the type that sits in a computer all day,
Right.
maybe do it to where you're putting on who can relate in the comments. When you look up, it's like you start at 9 and you look up like, is it really 3 o'clock? You probably haven't even eaten yet. You probably haven't even done any stretch or workout or moved around. Maybe realize, oh my gosh, I didn't even use the bathroom yet. And so you want to be intentional.
Yeah. I love that, all of the examples that you gave are really small things, right? What I think one of the mistakes that I see people make, my clients make, is they try to take on too much when
Yeah.
they want to create a new habit. So by starting small, you can start to build momentum. For example, when I first started my walking habit, I started with, I think, I think I did like a 15-minute walk. And I just needed to, I was like, let me see, I'll walk for 7 minutes, see how far I get, and then turn around and walk back.
Mm.
Um, and I built up my stamina over time as opposed to trying to say, okay, well, I'm going to walk for 30 minutes or I'm going to do 3 miles or however far, you want to go. Start by starting small. That is, and setting some sort of realistic goal, that's going to help you to stick with it. When you
I agree.
say, I'm going to start exercising an hour a day and you haven't done that ever or in years, that's probably not going to be something that's realistic. And so you're setting yourself up for failure. So by setting a small and realistic goal, you can get the habit going and start to incrementally grow and build from there. And then you want to make sure that you create your schedule in a way that aligns with what's already on your calendar, right? So maybe
What's
that means you have
realistic
to
for
get up a
you?
little earlier.
Yeah, whatever's realistic but consistent for
Yes,
you.
right. And so like if you don't have where you can take a 30-minute chunk of your time, do like Ruth is saying, take the stairs, park further away.
Yeah.
Look for different things throughout the day to incorporate movement. One of the things that I did, I have an Apple Watch now, so it will notify me after a certain period of time to stand up.
Yeah.
It's time to stand up. But before that, I had an alarm set on my computer to every hour remind me to get up and move.
Yeah.
Right. So that
I can
reminder
relate that you may need to intercede some sort of time
yes.
reminder. Because listen, we're human. We get absorbed with our day-to-day activities. Maybe you want to disrupt it by popping up a reminder on your whatever email application that you may be using or calendar application you probably are accustomed to, Google, Microsoft. It doesn't matter. What the point where we're driving here is you want to be able to create some sort of system that's going to go ahead and give you the alert that you matter. You need to put yourself present again.
Right.
Yeah.
It's called a structural intervention, right? So you want to put
I like that.
something in place that sets you up for success. One of the things years ago when I used to go to a gym, I needed to work out and I needed to work out in the morning because I didn't like getting home so late in the evening and having to cook and do all the things because I was married, I had a school-age child at the time, and it was just too much. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to sacrifice and get up earlier. But I was a snooze bar kind of gal, get up at the last possible second kind of person at the time. So that meant that I needed to set myself up for success. And I moved the alarm clock across the room and I got my gym clothes out in advance and the night before and put them right next to the alarm clock so that I was already out of bed because I needed to turn the alarm clock off. And two, what I needed to go to the gym was already picked out and right there. All I had to do was scoop it up and go to the bathroom and change. And so it made it a lot easier for me to follow through with the process, right? So what are the things that you can put in place to make it easy for you to follow through?
I like that.
Yeah.
Even some of the practices that you were sharing as far as just doing it the night before, just so you can start prepping your mind, your day to be setting the tone that I'm going to be intentional about it. I'm not just going to talk about it or just kind of make it sound good, but I also want to add some activities behind it by preparing my day ahead of time. Now, let us know in the comments what has been some of your challenges when it comes to this mindful movement of well-being for you. We'd love to hear from you all that what you may have overcame and decided to implement as a way of full awareness of incorporating your wellness care, not only about your mind and your physicalness, but what have you been able to that's been working for you that you would love to share with us in the community. We would love to hear from you all. Before we start wrapping it up here, I definitely want you all to know that this is the time that you want to go ahead and start creating and channeling in, that you want to increase your momentum, increase your way of being and thinking. And most importantly, I want you all to find ways to make this a true routine. And as we continue to moving through this power of mindfulness, because this movement that we're shifting in, even within our individual walk, we want to be able to incorporate this exercise into our busy schedules, not because we're wanting to fill up our day. Our day's already filled up. We're
Right.
just wanting to make up more. We just want to make a time spot or create a schedule that's going to involve you in it. You know, we're so
Yes.
busy involving others in it. What happened to involving you?
Yes, I love that. One of the things that I decided to do, this was some years ago,
Yeah.
I realized this was related to business, but it can be, but I've since taken that concept and related it to my entire life. But I was frustrated with my job and was building my business on the side. And by the end of the day, I was tired, right? We talked about that earlier. I'd be
Yeah.
tired and I didn't really have as much energy to give to my business as I really desired.
Yeah.
And so I made a decision. I said, you know what? My dreams, my goals, my desires deserve the best of me. So I'm going to start giving the best part of me, which is the best part of my day, to me first before I give it to anyone else.
Ooh,
And
I
so I
like
started getting up earlier to work on the things within my business that I wanted to work on, so that I gave the most energy, like the time of day, because I'm a morning person, the
Yeah.
time of day where I was at my best, I gave to myself first.
I
Right.
love it.
So
We're going
think
to challenge
about that.
ourselves. Yeah, I like that. Giving
Yeah.
yourself the
So
permission to put you first. Yes.
exactly, exactly. So whatever that is, whether it's, we're specifically today, we're talking about, moving your body. So if that means getting up 5, 10, 15 minutes earlier so that you can have time to move your body. And listen, we've tried to share some things that are not super encumbersome. We're not saying go join a gym and go to the gym. We're not saying that you have to go buy some fancy equipment. It could be as simple as going for a walk,
Yeah.
or go on Pinterest or YouTube video, look for a YouTube video on a simple yoga routine, or
Really?
doing some
That's
stretching,
simple.
right?
Yeah.
Doing some stretching, or heck, clean your house. A lot of the things that we do around the house as
That part.
chores are
Yeah.
work. Because let me tell you, baby, by the time I'm done vacuuming this house,
Yes.
I'm ready for a nap, because that vacuum cleaner is
Yes,
heavy,
physical work. Yes, I can agree with that. You know,
right?
a lot of us think that we got to be creative. What ways
Right.
can we be more creative with our physical um, well-being without having to maybe break your bank account, maybe getting a private trainer? If you're in position to do so, have at it. We're
Right.
wanting to make it to where it's practical. You can do immediately and start within the hour. You can
Right.
start
Remove
that.
the barriers, right? Like remove those obstacles, remove those barriers, be proactive to
Yeah.
remove the things that are going to keep you from doing what you say you desire to do.
Right. Yep. I could agree with you more.
I love
And
it.
let us know in the comments, is this resonating with you all? Is this bringing benefits? Is this creating a new version of you to come out and step out on a day to day, that you're wanting to remind yourself that you matter, that you want to be creating this mindful movement with the Breaking Boundaries crew, that we want to see you succeed. We want to see you soar. And
Yeah.
remember that your well-being is definitely not a luxury fundamental necessity, but by embracing mindful movement and making self-care a priority, you have the ability to cultivate resilience, you get to boost your productivity, and you get to experience a profound sense of balance and joy. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want balance and joy at the same time together, in the same room, in the same minute, in the same very space and time together? Because
Yeah.
it doesn't work well if you're thinking, well, I want to balance and also have worry involved. It doesn't work.
No. No.
They're not going to be able to work in the same room, in the same body. It just doesn't function that way. And that's just scientific fact. So let's be be reminders of ourselves to honor your body,
Yeah.
nourish your mind, and break free from some of the limitations that you, and even including me, have put upon ourselves. I'm going to be the first to admit, what limitations have I put on myself that's holding me back? What ways can I now start creating a rhythm of this mindful way of moving on
Hmm.
my day to day, right? And I want to watch you all as you soar beyond these limitations and boundaries, unlocking your true potential. Would it be worth it to you that you now can create a schedule, create a plan, just a simple one? Like Trissetta mentioned, we can start instantly. Right after you're watching this broadcast, you can go ahead and take a walk, a 2-minute sprint up and down the block. It's okay. Give yourself permission to even start. Take action now. And this journey from burnout to bliss, guess what? It starts with a single step.
Just one.
And have the power to embark on this transformation type of path. And you don't have to do it alone. You can call up some buddies. You can maybe get a neighbor, get a peer, get a friend. If you're the type that needs to have some sort of, compadre, that's okay. If they're like, holding accountability, having another form of being right there next to you. Hey, my partner, you want to maybe involve your partner, your kids, whatever the case may be. What I'm getting at is you are capable. You are resilient.
Mm-hmm.
And you are ready. Are you ready? Are you ready to disrupt your current situation? Remember, the power to create a life of balance and well-being is within your reach. I'm really excited for you all. Let us know that you have enjoyed this session with us. It's always a joy to come in here so we can know what ways can we go from burnout to bliss, and most importantly, breaking boundaries, because keep moving, keep thriving, and keep breaking boundaries. Yes?
Yes.
Have an amazing day, everyone, and look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye for now.
Join and subscribe with career strategist Ruth McCracken and business strategist Trissetta Washington to the Breaking Boundaries podcast each week. You too can experience the limitless potential of rewriting rules and creating an extraordinary future for yourself.